So we have learned fprintf and fscanf functions. Now let us continue learning these formatted input-output functions, the other formatted input-output functions. So we already learned fprintf and fscanf are used to write and read the data. Any sort of data can be read from the file or can be written into that file. But if you are more specific, like you want to read or write only character data into the file, then instead of going with the fprintf or fscanf, we have a specific functions which work with the character data only. So we can write the character data into a file or we can read the character data into the file. And what are all the functions we have? We have getc, fgetc, putc and fputc functions. And what is the use of these functions is getc and fgetc will be used to get a character data from the file, and putc and fputc are used to write a character data into the file. So these are used, these two work same, these two work same. Okay? So let us see one by one. Getc and fgetc both will work same. Now what is the use of this getc? This getc and fgetc are used to get a character data, from the file. So the syntax is very simple. You need to use getc and a file pointer from which file you need to get. So what happens here? The first character will be read and the file pointer will point to the next character. Normally what happens is, if your file is like this and your file is this one, let us consider. And in your file you have A, B, C, D data. Let us consider. And this file is called as 1.txt. For example, I am considering 1.txt. Observe, remember all of you, we are working with the text files only. Why? Because we can observe the difference. Now, if you are using for the first time, let us consider this file pointer is pointed by the file f. Now, always f will be pointing to the first value. Now, if you use getc, then what happens is, if you write getc of f, if you write, then what happens is, it will get the first character. Okay, so this will be replaced with a character and it has to be stored in a variable, and this variable should have character data type only. Now x will be holding a value of a, and whenever you are using getc, a will be retrieved and now f will be pointing to the next character. That will be done automatically. But remember, getc is used to get only one character. These two functions are used to get only one character from the file. So A, you are getting the first character and you can store that one, and automatically the file pointer will be pointing to the next character only. Got it, all of you? So every read operation, it will be automatically adjusted to the next location in the file. In our case, it is automatically pointing to the next location, that is B, but we can get only one character. But if you want to get the next character, you need to repeat this loop. You need to repeat the same operation of getc of f number of times. But how many number of times you need to repeat this one? You can repeat once, you can repeat twice, you can repeat thrice to get C, and repeat D 4 times. But you don't know how many characters are there in the file. Suppose if you know the number of characters, then you can simply write while you use one variable called count, and count is less than or equal to 4, like that. You go on incrementing the count value. So 4 times it will be repeated and you will be getting A, B, C, D values. That is okay. But if you don't know the number of characters available in the file, then how can we do that one? How can you sequentially perform that operation? To do that task, you have a special character called eof that will be automatically added to the end of your file. So normally we have A, B, C, D, and by default the last one is EOF. EOF stands for end of file, which is used to stop the read operation. That means in the while statement, instead of using the counter, we can write while EOF, fp equal to EOF. If you write like this, then what happens? You can understand like you have reached to the end of your file. Or else you can write feof function also. You can use this one also. So to understand this one, let us write the program so that it will be more clear to you all. What we are doing, follow carefully all of it. We are using getc or fgetc. The syntax for this one is, what I am doing is, let us, before doing this one, let us create one file. already we have data.txt, right? So in the data.txt, let me write this is my data available, because we are working with characters only. We need to store the character data. So jygoth I have stored in my data.txt. I have closed this one. Now come back to our program. Now what we need to do, we want to open the data.txt in the read mode only. That is good. And file not exist, everything is good. Now what we need to do, we want to, let me erase all these things. We want to get one character from the file. So how can we get a character from the file? You can use getc or you can use fgetc. Okay, so let us use getc, and then you need to use file pointer. What is our file pointer? F. Okay. So now what happens whenever you write like this, one character, first character for the first time will be retrieved and it will be stored in a variable, any variable. Let us call that variable as x, and this x should be declared here now. So let us call, what is that declaration? Character, because we are reading the character variable. Understood? Now we want to print this one. So printf, okay, percentage C, yes. Are you understanding what I'm doing? I'm getting the character and I'm printing that character from the file. That's it. So let us run this program and let us check the output. So let me use CLR SCR so that earlier output can be erased. We need to use the header file, right? So let us compile and run. Oh, okay. So the data stored is jygothi. So let us see. You will be getting only one character, isn't it or not? Suppose if you know you have only 4 characters available, then what we need to do? We need to use a while loop, because we want to get all the characters. So while, you can use a variable called count and all those things we can do. Or else we can write. I already told you f will be pointing to the next location, isn't it or not? So what we can do is whatever character you are getting, let us consider, you need to read this character like this, and whatever character you are getting, if that character, see here what I'm doing, I'm reading one character and I'm storing that character in X, and whatever character I'm getting, if it is not equal to end of file, then what we can do, we can just print that character. Are you understanding what I have done here? I have used getc function. From the file pointer, I am reading the first character and f will be pointing to the next character. For the first time, I will be getting j, and j is not equal to end of the file, which is true. You will be getting j, and it will repeat. Next character is y will be stored in x. It is not equal to end of file, y will be printed. So it will be going on repeating for j, y, o, t, h, I. After I, you will be having end of file. So the x value will be end of file, which is a false condition. So it will come here, come out of this one, and you will be closing that file. Let us run this program. Okay, there is an error. What is that error? There is, what is that? Oh yeah. We need to close this one, right? So this complete thing, we need to put it in the brackets, right? So you'll be getting all the characters available in our file. Understood all of you? So this is how getc will be used to read character by character. If you want to read more than one character, you need to use a while loop comparing all the characters with the end of the file. Got it? So this is how fgetc or getc can be used. We have the other one which is called as putc or fputc. What is the use of this one is very simple. If you want to put the data into the file, a character into the file, then we can use fputc or putc. The syntax is like this. We need to use a variable name where you want to put into the file, and you need to specify the file pointer into which you want to put the data. Observe carefully the way the syntax is defined. We need to use in that fashion only. In some cases, file pointer comes first. In some cases, file pointer comes next. You need to remember this syntax, all of you. Okay. So what is the use of this one is, it is used to put a character into that file. Now, how can we do that one? Let me show you a simple example. Okay, now what we want to do? We want to open a file called data.txt in the write mode, and we want to put a new thing into our file. So what we can do here, we will be reading a single character only, right? First, we need to read from the user what character you want to put into the file. So let us write printf enter character to write into file. So I'm asking the user to write what character you want to write into the file. I'm reading that file and I'm reading that character into a variable called x. Okay, now I am writing that I need to write that character into that file. What is the function I need to use? Putc. So let me erase all these things. So I need to write okay, will fputc. You need to use the variable name. First, what is the variable name? That is x, and the file pointer is pointed by f. Isn't it or not? So write f. So not here. Yes. So what do you mean by this one? Whatever data has been given by the user, just write it. Remember, data.txt is already available, which is containing JYOTHI. Now, if it is already existing and you are opening in the right mode, the entire data will be erased and the new data will be written into your file. Let us compile this one. Let me show you that folder first. You can see here already this data is available now. Okay. So let us compile and run our program. It is asking one character. We need to give one character. Let us give one character as K. Okay, so let us check our folder there whether the data has been written or not. Data.txt. You can see K. Whatever data earlier is there, that has been overwritten with K. But if you want to write more than one character, then what we need to do is we need to have an ending statement. Let us consider you want to write Christ. And then after, if you want to tell to the compiler like this is the end, then you can end with a full stop. To do that task, let me show you that. What I'm doing is each time I am asking the character enter characters. That's it. And to just for understanding to end place full stop like this. Okay. And then what I'm doing, I'm reading the character. So while okay x not equal to full stop, then what you need to do? I want to let us do while. Okay. Do read the value and put the value into the file, and then you need to check while whatever character you are giving is not equal to full stop. Okay, this will be repeated. Let us run this program and check whether it is working properly or not. I want to write Christ and I need to end with a semicolon, and I have not semicolon, full stop, and I click enter. So let us check our file whether it is open. You can check here. CHRIST is written into that file. Whatever input I have given, that has been written into the file using your putc or fputc. Are you clear, all of you? How we are using this one? How we are using these things to write the character or to get the character using getc and putc, all of you? Now, these work with a single character, and if you want to work, you can use your what is that one? While statement or do while statement. But instead of using while and do while, you can completely write a line more than one characters, or you can read more than one character by using fgets. Observe here, yes is nothing but string. If you want to write more than one character, you can go with fgets or fputs. Is used to read the number of characters, fputs is used to write the number of characters. Okay, now how can we use fgets? Whenever you're using fgets, the first thing is the variable into which you want to store, and then size specifies the number of characters you want to read from the file, and file pointer specifies the file from which file you want to use. Fputs will be used to write this string into this file pointer. Very simple. An example you can see here, fputs computer fp. If you write, then this complete computer can be written into this file pointer. If you write then from this file 80 characters will be retrieved, and all those 80 characters will be stored in str. Okay, practice these two. I am not showing any program for this one. Practice these two. You all can do how to use this fputs and fgetS. Only the difference is here we are reading more than one character. If you are reading more than one character, you need to use fgetS, and you need to specify the number of characters you want to read. For fputs, you can simply get from the file and you can store into some variable. You can store into that file. That's it. Understand all of you? Clear all of you? How getc, fputc, and fgetS and fgetS can be used to work with characters or string through C program into your file. Understand all of you? I hope you all are clear with these concepts, and these concepts are collectively called as formatted input output functions, and these are not limited to these functions only. Like it is not like we have only fprintf, fscanf, and these getc, putc, fgetS, fputs. We have the other thing also, like if you want to write only integer values into the file, for that what we can do, we have the other functions also. It is not limited to these functions. Okay, I hope you all are clear with these concepts.